Hi, I'm Kirsten.
And I'm Torry.
And this is Mess Magnets. That's right. Another week, another substitute. Sasha's back on tour, as we're always saying. But that's okay because Torry here is here from Ready to Be Petty and Ready to Be Romanced. Torry, how about you give the messengers an update on all of your new podcast activities since the last time you've been on?
Thank you. Yes, I'm still podcasting over on Ready to Be Petty about pop culture, celebrity gossip, reality TV. But I started a second podcast, Ready to Be Romanced, and I'm recapping and reviewing romance novels. And Kirsten was on a few weeks ago, and we covered Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Such a good book. It's so funny because I feel like sometimes I knew it was a good book and I really enjoyed it. But then, when you read a bunch of flops and you're like, I didn't know what I had when I was reading it. That's how I feel about Book Lovers. It's just been flop central and I miss it.
Because what you've read since is a Tessa Bailey and then the idea of you. So two of the worst things you could be consuming.
Literally. And I read in between An Offer from a Gentleman, the third Bridgerton book. And I was like, this is why they skipped to season 4.
Okay, that one, I feel like I do like it, but then I'll go back in my brain and be like, wait, actually, no, I don't like it. But I think they could have just done a bit a Benedict season and given him a new story. Because they were thinking that he was maybe going to be queer, and then they just
but
no season for him.
No, literally, but they actually did say in press, I think it was yesterday or today, the Bridgerton producers were talking, and they said they're going to explore a queer storyline in the future. So maybe that is him again. I would love to see Sophie be someone else. No offense to that girly, but she was kind of a flop.
I like how they're like, yeah, we get it. You want to see queer stories. And we will do that in the future, but nothing else. So, wait, has the new season of Bridgerton come out yet? Or does it come out tomorrow?
No, next week, the 16th of May.
Right. Okay, so very soon, new season of Bridgerton coming out.
Yeah, and I'm going to be covering it with some fan faves from RHAP, Haley Strong and Angela Bloom. So get ready for that.
That's beautiful. That's going to be so fun. Okay, other than Bridgerton, let's talk about some other kind of pop culture news that's going on. So you and I are no stranger to Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. We've talked at length about them. They are expecting a baby.
Yeah, which is, I don't know why I find it so shocking when they've kind of said that this is what they have wanted to do for a really long time. Part of me is a little bit Devo and this is where people are clicking off because this sounds truly Delulu. Don't worry, I fully understand that. And I wish I wasn't about to put this on a public record, but I always hoped that he would dump her for Selena Gomez.
Listen, it could be worse because why did I think you were gonna say, oh, now that they're having a baby, it's over for me, getting, I thought you were gonna say, I wanted to steal him away. And
literally also that. One of my listeners messaged me today and was like, how are you doing with the news? And I was like, not well. Not well.
And this is where my media literacy is so bad because I feel like a year ago there was rumors that she might be, and so I just in my brain she's been pregnant this whole time, even though that's longer than a human woman would be pregnant for. So I'm just okay, yeah, that's what they're doing now. Good for them.
There's always rumors again because I feel like they've been really open about wanting to have kids. They're very Christian and stuff like that, Christian family values, and usually after marriage comes the baby in that situation. So Hillsong,
are they still? Maybe
if they do, it's not super public because I think of all the scandal.
Yep, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
that would make a lot of sense. Also, once again, Sasha's gone, so the Swifties are here to play.
Sorry, Sasha.
Sorry, Sasha. So the next leg of the Eras tour has begun. So she was in Paris last night for the first show. And obviously with the new album coming out, it's been a lot of discussion as to what's going to happen with the set list. Is she just going to add another set to it? What's the situation? She cut a lot of songs.
Yeah.
And combined the Evermore and Folklore eras so that she could add 7 songs from the Tortured Poets department.
Yeah, she is such a powerhouse performer. And I love that she didn't just add them and like, because in some of her songs, like she does just kind of like not walk around the stage, but like kind of. And so, you kind of think when someone's adding something in that it would kind of be half-assed, but she went like full out. She has new outfits for all the, I think
pretty much every
RHAP
era.
Like, I think everyone but RHAP.
Yeah, she had which is what she said, I will wear one thing and one thing only for RHAP, period.
So
she had a
weird.
new bodysuit for Lover, a new color of blazer for The Man, a new song for the Fearless, not a new song, a new dress for the Fearless era where it was like the black and silver kind of tassel-y dress.
Yeah. And she had a new bodysuit for Red and for Midnight. And then a new dress for Evermore Folklore and the surprise set. And then a new outfit for 1989, which is so fugly.
Like, I haven't actually seen the new 1989.
No, okay, it's literally it's a good like callback to the 1989 tour, but it's like a blue skirt with a pink top and then a blue boot and a pink boot. And it just looks like a gender reveal gone wrong. Like,
okay, I'm pulling it up. I'm looking at it.
It should just be one color, and then she can just switch through the colors. It makes no sense.
That's what all of the 1989 looks have been, a different color. Of like, she could have just had a pink one and like a tealy one, but okay. Well, yeah, she's allowed to do that. So, okay, the songs that she cut from the set list, for those that are interested, I like, maybe people are going to just, like, dip out of the podcast because they don't care. I don't care. We're talking about the Met Gala soon. We just wanted to do a little bit before that. So she cut out The Archer from the Lover era, Long Live from the Speak Now era, The One and The Last Great American Dynasty from Folklore, and 'Tis the Damn Season and Tolerate It from Evermore. I cannot believe she cut Tolerate It because I feel like she's like so obsessed with that performance.
She's so obsessed with that one. I was shocked by Tolerate It, and I was shocked by The One too because that's the only song that she lies on top of the Evermore or the Folklore cabin. So I was surprised that she cut the One. Yeah, I
songs about Maddie Healy on the set list now, so she could
cut it. Yeah, she had to get her Maddie Healy songs in. Yeah, I don't care that Last Great American Dynasty, The Archer, and like Long Live. I know a lot of people are sad about Long Live, but what do you think? Because you're actually going to be seeing this set list.
Okay, I'm excited. The only one I'm really like care about, I'm sad that 'Tis the Damn Season is gone because I really like that song. I'm an Evermore girly. I feel like at the start of this tour she was like, oh, you all said that I hate this album but I love this album. Well, seems like maybe you hate it, Taylor, because why are you still having like I Knew You Were Trouble?
Oh my god, it kills me so much. Okay, this is an argument that I have all the time with people because I'm like, I wish she added more deep cuts, and people are like, well, a lot of people are there just for the like We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together and the Style and stuff like that songs. And I was like, yeah, but I feel like most people that go are like diehard fans. So I'm like, no, I think we want this would be the tour to do deep cuts.
who was waiting for those Ticketmaster codes and paying so much money for tickets, and they only know, like, we are never ever getting back together and shake it off.
Shake it off. Like, cut Shake It Off.
But I do think that Shake It Off is like a fun performance, so I can see that as well. I think 7 songs from Torture Poets Department is like a lot.
Yeah.
And okay, I need to say something mean. I think that the set, like with like the platform where she's like levitating for Who's Afraid of Little Me, is ugly. I think it's so ugly. It does not look like she's levitating. It looks like she is standing on a platform while it rolls. It is not to the level of like cohesiveness you would expect from the rest of the tour. I think it looks dumb, and I hate her little army jacket.
Oh yeah, she loves an army jacket. She will have any excuse to put on an army jacket. It is weird, but yeah, I completely agree. I was in a meeting because the shows were happening while we were at work on the west coast of Canada.
Yes.
And I was following along. I had like my little phone on TikTok. Thank you to the random Brazilian TikToker that streamed the whole thing.
Amazing.
But I was in meetings for some of it and couldn't be on it. So I was just following along on Twitter. Like, I'm such a bad employee. And when they said she was levitating, I thought it was like when like Olivia Rodrigo does this.
In the moon.
Yes. Like when they said levitating, I was like, oh my God, she's like on, or like the Speak Now balcony, like that type of stuff. I thought that was happening. And then I was like, oh no, it's like, it's just the box.
It's a step.
Yeah, it's the step.
It's a single step. Like,
yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, okay, she's going to be like in a gallows, and then she's going to be like floating like through the air, like on strings over the audience. Like, this is going to be so cool. And then I saw it and I was like, I think she could afford to do better. That's all I'm going to say. I'm sure that it's still an amazing experience to be there. I'm super excited to go in November, and I'm going to have fun. I need to sort out my outfit soon, but
yes. Send me deets about your outfit. Do you know what era you're going to dress up as?
I don't know. When I first got tickets, I like put up a poll and was like, what era should I do? And everyone was like, you should be doing RHAP. You should be doing RHAP. And I'm like, is that too obvious?
On the nose? RHAP is like, I feel like would be your like,
it's definitely my vibe. Like, I feel like if I think at like what's in my closet, like for RHAP, I could definitely wear all black and like leather and like a dark lip. Like, I could do it. But is it too on the nose? And then I saw this jacket online that looks a lot like the jacket she wears during the Midnight set on the tour.
Oh, I love that.
And I feel like that's a really fun vibe, but it's also going to be November in Canada. So
yeah.
I don't know.
But it's a closed stadium, right? Or is it open?
I assume that it will be closed. It's one of the ones that they can open and can close. So
right.
I honestly, it looked like you were about to do the hot to go dance, and I was
HOTTOGO. You can. Yeah, I was doing that the other day, and my I'm actually like really bad at it. I don't know. I started just doing that YMCA, but I was doing it, and my family was like, "What are you doing, you little psycho?" But yeah, love it.
My family's so straight.
Yeah, literally. Can you just wait? Should we talk about the songs that she added?
Okay, yes. So she added from the Torture Poets Department, But Daddy, I Love Him, into So High School, into Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, into Down Bad, into Fortnite, into The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, into I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
Yeah. I really am excited to hear more of, because I need to look up now all the clips from the streams.
Yeah.
I Can Do It With a Broken Heart and Fortnite. I haven't really seen much of that when I was watching my live stream, but I think the detail, like the piano was very cool. And was it a piano? Yeah, I think she's sitting at a piano, and then she's like on a bed at one point, and then she like faints and gets dressed at one point. Like there are some interesting things that she's doing. I think she did kind of go all out outside of the levitation.
Yeah. I like all of the songs that she added are mostly ones that I gravitate to when I'm listening through. I don't particularly like Fortnite, but it is the lead single, so obviously it was going to be in the set. The only song that I like love that I wish was there is I really like the Black Dog a
Me
lot,
too.
and so
Me
that
too.
would be fun. But now I get to like panic all year and hope I get it as a surprise
song. Totally. I also wish she did Guilty as Sin.
I think a little too X-rated for this tour.
Right. That's fair. I was shook to my core that she chose So High School. And there's actually bleachers and they do the like wave, like whatever
she was always doing So High School because she wants to do her little, you know how to ball, I don't know, Aristotle. It's so stupid. But you know what?
So
I like that song. I like the song So High School because I'm a basic bitch. Okay.
Yeah. Same. 100%. I'm just like, man, Travis made the set list after like under a year.
Well, okay, to be fair, he already made the set list when she started changing the lyric in Karma to be the guy on the Chiefs instead of the guy on the screen.
Yeah, 100%. So. Do you know if he was there in Paris? I haven't seen anything about him. Yeah.
I assume he's just like still in Vegas. Like I just feel like he's probably spends a lot of time there.
Yeah, no, he literally does. He's always like partying and like, yeah, it's so funny. That's so funny.
Kelce at Eras Tour Paris. He was not in scene.
Yeah, that's what I thought because I think she kept the lyrics the same.
An article why he missed it.
Training camp.
He's currently shooting for a Ryan Murphy series.
Oh, the
grotesque.
Yeah, thing. Oh, interesting.
Okay, well,
he's really making his play for celebrityism. I don't know.
He's famous in every way, and it makes sense. Like he already had a reality show.
Yeah,
he's a pro football player. He's now dating. Like
he's a podcaster.
Famous woman in the world. He's podcasting. He wants every form of media. It's good for him.
Yeah, I hate that he's a good podcaster. Like I actually think him and his brother are like, not that they're like preparing the outline and lining up guests and like all of that shit like we have to do, but like honestly, like they're kind of funny.
they are funny and I like it. And every once in a while I'll like see clips of their podcast. It makes me think like, should me and my sister have a podcast? Which is like, I don't think that would go well. I really don't think it would. My sister like famously doesn't really like podcasts.
That's so
and
funny.
She like is always making comments about like, oh, like yeah, people think they're so important that everyone wants to hear their thoughts on podcast. I'm like, hey, shut up. You're so rude to me.
No, but that's so true. Like she's right.
Well, but like I'm not out here because I think I'm so important and I have the best opinion that needs to be shared. Like I just kind of fell into this and I love doing it. So
yeah, I'm just here to chit chat.
We're here to yap.
Yeah, it's yappy hour.
Yes. Should we talk about the Met Gala? Let's do it.
Yeah, I liked this Met Gala the least.
Let me share my screen.
Yeah, oh my god, this is good.
No, it's not.
No, this is super cute. I want to say I had the least amount of fun I've ever had watching the Met Gala. It very much felt dystopian and like I was not having a good time, but we can look at some dresses.
That's the thing, right? Where it's like specifically watching the Met Gala and all of these like over the top outfits while like current events are so horrible, and you're just like, I've never felt more like I'm literally living in the Hunger Games universe.
Yeah.
Which is very much how I felt as well. But we do also talk about the Met Gala every year on Mess Magnets. So I put together a little PowerPoint. So, okay.
I love
For
it.
the people that don't remember, the Met Gala is the I spelled costume wrong. The costume benefit that benefits the Museum of Modern Art's Costume Institute in Manhattan. People pay $75,000 each to go, but that's not enough. Anna Wintour also needs to approve you. If Anna Wintour, the editor-in-chief of Vogue, does not like you, you're done. And it's always the first Monday of May each year.
It's true.
I just switched to get my typo off the screen because I'm so mortified. The theme this year was Garden of Time, which I guess is a short story.
Yes, it is. It's a really interesting short story. I'll give you the little FYI.
I beg.
Okay, and this is reiterating another podcast I was listening to, but
Perfect.
apparently it's a short story where there is a couple that is living in a house in a majestic, foresty kind of countryside. They have a garden of glass roses. And the townspeople, this is so bad, are protesting and approaching the house. I guess that this couple has influence or something like that. Again, take this all with a grain of salt. But if they pluck a glass rose from the garden, it sets back time. And then they run out of roses to pick. And that's the end of the story.
Proceeds, I guess.
Time proceeds, and the villagers with their pitchforks reach the house.
Okay, well, that is alarming.
No, literally so alarming.
The other thing was, it's like, I feel like most people, when you're like seeing the Met Gala theme, you're just like, okay, Garden of Time. So it's going to be like a garden and time is involved. Like, I don't think most people are even thinking of the short story necessarily. So it just is like, okay, well, florals for spring, groundbreaking is kind of the vibe.
Yes.
I've pulled a lot of looks, and they're on just slides for us to just react to and talk about. They're not really in any particular order of like good or bad or well-known celebrities and not well-known celebrities. And so I figure that we'll just react. And if there's any that we don't really have anything to say, we could just go on to the next. And we do have a PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to ask that they post this episode to YouTube, which I should have said right at the start. So if you want to see what we're looking at, you can pull up the podcast on YouTube. So first up, I put Cardi B.
Oh my gosh.
I think she looks so beautiful, but again, it's like, what is the relevance to the theme Garden of Time?
100%. I also just feel like she does a look like this every single year. Yeah. This like huge dress. She looks very beautiful. I love this dress. I love the earrings. I think 7 people had to carry it for her to walk up the steps, but it's not giving garden or time or like any iteration of that.
Yeah, I don't really, and again, just for the people that maybe don't think about the Met Gala as much as we do, like the Met Gala is when you go all out and you wear the like more costume than like fashion, honestly.
Yes. I think that that's a big thing that we should plug before we even see these outfits, because it's like sometimes people are like, well, this isn't like beautiful, or like I wouldn't wear this to an event or something, and it's like that's not the point. It's not your average red carpet look, and if it is, you're probably getting it downvoted on Reddit.
If someone is wearing something to the Met Gala that you, a regular person, would wear, they have failed the assignment, period.
Exactly.
Okay. So now let's get into some more of the looks. So got Lana Del Rey and Gigi Hadid.
Yes.
I feel like people raved about both of these looks.
Yes.
I don't love Lana Del Rey's.
It is weird for me. It actually is very much giving a Court of Thorns and Roses vibes, which is a book I
the mask on.
yeah, a book I forced Kirsten to read, but
And I didn't hate it.
Yeah, which is great news. But yeah, people
So
were
it was
like,
fine.
this is giving like stag or like elk or deer. And I was like, it's kind of also tree. I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah. I think I would like it more if she didn't have like the gauze over it. Like I feel like that kind of takes away from like the gardeny effect. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my thought on that one. And okay, Gigi Hadid, is it like the best, most on theme look? Yeah, it's fine. But I just think she looks so stunningly beautiful that I'm willing to overlook it.
Yeah. She looks stunning. So for me, it looks like a Barbie I used to have in the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah. And I like that, but I don't know. When I'm thinking of Garden of Time, I'm thinking ethereal. I'm thinking fairy, and folklore, just like little fairy nymphs and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I just feel like this is actually kind of like tea party, like British tea party with like an English rose.
And I think a lot of people took it that way.
Yeah,
like
that's fair
as well. Okay, let's go. Next, we have Greta Lee and J-Lo.
Yeah. J-Lo got absolutely ripped apart. She was one of the chairs because there is like a hosting committee every year, and her husband didn't even show up, which I think is hard.
We didn't want him at the Met Gala. He should not be permitted through the door.
That's fair. And we know that he would have just worn a black suit, but like, I don't know, it's a big night for her, but she just looks like she always does in a silvery, sparkly gown. It's stunning. It's just kind of something we've seen a lot.
100%.
Greta, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, J-Lo, like, this is J-Lo any other day. Like, this one's not gonna create Google images like that green dress did. But like, she looks beautiful, but it's not very much on theme. I love Greta Lee's look.
I'm obsessed with this look. I think it really it really hits the theme, I think. And I love the like tool that they used or whatever that's like iridescent around her legs. I think she looks so good. It's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the shape is so like futuristic, but then the materials used are very like gardeny. So I just feel like it's hitting every aspect of the story, and I like that she kept it pretty plain for hair and makeup and just let the dress speak for itself.
Yeah. Very beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Doja Cat and Taylor Russell. I just think, Doja Cat has been going all out on like costumey type looks lately. And so this, I'm just like, well, you're not giving me anything that exciting.
Totally. I give her props because so she's wearing a white t-shirt dress, and how would it stay wet the whole time? It is literally hair gel.
Yeah.
And I feel like kind of the pain is beauty type thing. Like she is putting in the work, being uncomfortable for this like dress to shine. So I applaud that. I actually really like it, but I just don't think it's like enough wow factor. But it reminds me of in gardens in like Europe, like France, Spain, etc., like the statues that it's like a modern take.
I thought. Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Like a modern version. Yeah, of like those statues of women that wear the kind of loose white like drapey gown. So I like that. And then her makeup is like she cried glitter, like Kesha in the 2000s. Like, could not like, well, that's probably the inspo.
Yeah, it very well could be. Yeah. Okay,
you take or leave the makeup.
You've brought me up on the look. Yeah, I take or leave the makeup, but I like it more than I did when we started talking about it. So that's a win.
Good. Yes.
Okay, Taylor Russell has like the wooden like bodice to the dress with then like kind of the skirt and like flowy white like scarfy skirt vibe. I don't know how to say it. I feel like it's like, have you seen that meme that's like the drawing of the horse and it's like starts like perfectly detailed and then ends as a stick figure? I feel like at the top to bottom, that's what it is. Like such a cool vibe, like wearing like the wooden like corset is so cool. And then the skirt, it's just like, oh, yeah, and she needs to wear a skirt. Better throw a scarf around her.
100%. It reminds me a lot of what Ariana Grande wore, but hers was made out of moonstone, I think.
And guess what? I hate Ariana Grande's look too.
I didn't like love it, but I thought that it was just more cohesive than this one. But a lot of people really liked Taylor Russell's dress, so
yeah,
that's fair. She looks beautiful. I love her hair, but yeah. Would it be better if the skirt was like the red in the bodice?
I think it would. I think the red that would help tie the look together a little bit, but I also I don't know. I just think it's just not cohesive at all. And like maybe if the corset like went, sometimes they go down in like a triangle, like maybe that would have integrated it more, but then she wouldn't have been able to sit down. So
Totally.
I don't know.
Totally.
But certainly not the worst look of the night by any means.
No.
Okay, we have Cole Escala and Naomi Campbell. And also like everyone else, literally every other person who went to the Met Gala except for Cole Escala, you can look up who designed what they're wearing.
Yeah.
No, not Cole Escala. I think he raided his like their grandmother's closet.
Which like there's aspects of it that I actually really like. I just don't understand. Is it on theme? I don't like the tights with the shoes. I like the
but Gen Z is not wearing their dogs out.
Yeah, I know, but like no, that's true. They love a sock, but I don't know. I would be more interested to learn more about this person behind Cole Escala.
Period. I literally was not able to like discern who it was.
No, I went literally this corset and this like Elizabethan collar
with
is
like,
serving.
Mesh, like it is definitely giving, and I want to know more about them. I do like the little wicker dog purse though. I think that's kind of cute.
Me too.
And then Naomi Campbell is just like, is it on theme?
No.
I don't know. Maybe like string theory, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she just always looks so beautiful that it's like, get whatever. You get a good mark. I don't care.
No, it's so annoying how good she looks. She looks perfect. She looks like she's aging backwards. It's fitted really nice to her body. She just looks really good.
I think she was in Custom Burberry, possibly.
Yeah.
So...
And it just looks like it's well crafted. Like it seems like it's like heavy and like in like nice materials and like, she just looks really, really rich.
Aspirational.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have Anakia and Demi Moore.
Like two of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. Again, unfair.
Well, and so I feel like Demi Moore is giving like Queen of Hearts, Garden, like Alice in Wonderland, which I think fits really well with the theme. Is the best dress I've ever seen? No, but I can see where she's going, and I think she looks beautiful.
Totally. The designer who made this dress also dressed another person with similar, like, what are those called? Like,
the arrows?
Yeah, the arrows. Would they just be arrows? I don't know. But there is another person that had a similar look, and I actually liked that one a little bit better. But I really like this. The shape is beautiful. Whatever they did with her like hips, like the bustle,
the padding,
the
padding on her hips is really good.
Yeah, and I think she's had a little bit more like work done, or her work has settled on her face, and she does look so good. Like something just like moved around in a way that just is perfect.
Yeah, she's looking really good. Her makeup is really good. So love that for her. And okay, this like sequin bodysuit, I think it's giving more of the time part of the Garden of Time, which I'm fine with because I think she just looks, look at her face.
No, I know. And her makeup is so good. I think for this one, I would have just liked maybe because it's an ombre bodysuit. I wonder, and it goes from dark. It goes like dark, dark, light, dark. And I wonder if they just did a full ombre, like the black at the bottom to the midnight blue, and then up to this silver. I wonder, like, that would have looked more cohesive with time, like a nice progression. So that's the only thing I would change. I love the gloves. I think gloves are having like such a moment right now. So beautiful.
I agree. Gorgina. Then we needed to take a moment for the train. Isabel Huppert, like, again, is it garden? Is it time? No. But a moment for the dress.
100%. It just sucks because I'm like, yeah, you could have worn this to the Oscars and been the number one best dressed person there. But then you wore this to the Met and you're like bottom 30 or whatever. But like,
exactly, right?
Isabel, like 10 out of 10. Again, love the gloves. There's a picture of her standing on the top of the stairs with the train going down all the stairs, and it looks so beautiful.
Yeah, I just like to the Met Gala. Really, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Okay, we have Nicole Kidman and Omar Apollo. I love Keith Urban just like standing on the stairs.
He knows his duty, and his duty is to just be a boyfriend, like a Ken, a little arm candy on the side of Nicole Kidman's red carpet look, which I respect. I really like this dress. I love the corset, like top, again, more gloves, but I don't know. It's Taylor at the Grammys. It's Tortured Poets Department.
It is very much the way the tulle is, the black tulle on her skirt is like how the tulle was on my grad dress in grade 12 in 2010. Which I had a black grad dress too. And it was literally like smooth and then like a part and then the tulle cut, like literally like this is too similar to my grad dress for me to be like it was good for the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Not that it's the same. Obviously, it's nicer than the $400 dress I wore in 2010. But like, there's still too many similarities.
Totally. And she looks really beautiful. But I think if you have a simple dress, maybe do like some unique hair and makeup.
Like, it looks like her hair wasn't even done. It's like in Gossip Girl when Serena's like, tell me my hair looks nice. And Blair's like, did you even wash it? Like,
that's so relatable.
That's the vibe for me. And then, okay, I saw people talking about Omar Apollo being like, wow, he's proven that a black suit doesn't have to be boring. And I'm like,
babe, this is so boring.
like, you know what? Props that like the lapel of the jacket is at least like a little bit different, but like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's I don't even know what to say. It's so boring. But so many men wore black suits. I guess it's gardenish.
No, that's what happens every single year is the women go to the Met Gala and they suffer for beauty. They wear the craziest outfits and they are in pain and they have surprise outfit changes. And then the men are in a black suit and people are like, well, and then if someone doesn't, like, oh my God, if a man wears a skirt, it's like, oh my God, groundbreaking. Like, no, be in more pain.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, it's so boring.
Yeah, it's like handsome man looks fine in the suit, but I don't know. I just need more.
Yeah. I also don't like your facial hair. I'm just gonna say it.
Oh, wait, I skipped. Oh no, I skipped the tab. Sorry, and it was your fave.
My fave.
Wait,
yeah,
how do I go back? I can go back.
Yeah,
Here we go. I'm just not that equipped to use technology anymore. So this one, I put Gwendolyn Christie because I just thought her hair was so crazy. We had to look at her. And then, of course, your fave, Emma Chamberlain.
I want to say I am the biggest hypocrite ever. But like her hair is not, it's not it. I just don't like the shape of it. I feel like it could have looked a lot like I've seen these types of like pompadour kind of looks in like editorial spreads and stuff like that. And it's just for some reason it's not working, but like I love the dress and I love the cape. I
love the cape especially.
Especially, I don't know if it fits the theme at all, but yeah. But she's serving body, honestly, like this pose too. Like
I think the issue with the hair like that, and I think that this might like open up your worlds a little bit. It reminds me of Edward Scissorhands. Every time.
Oh, that's what it is. No, totally. But there are ways I've seen this done really well. For sure. But this just, for some reason, it's too up on the side, I think. But I like the rest.
Or not enough up on the side. You know, like it's just kind of, it's not quite committing.
It's kind of, hey, Arnold. Yes.
Oh my god. Yes. And then of course, Emma Chamberlain, your fave. I think this is like a little bit basic, but it also should be studied how she went from like YouTuber having a mental break in her closet to Met Gala every year.
No, seriously, especially this year, because we saw basically, I would say Emma was one of the only like kind of YouTuber, TikToker. Like there's no Charlie this year, no Dixie this year, no Addison Rae or anything like that. No James Charles.
Bailey girl is getting everyone's spot now. And
oh my god.
I purposefully did not include her look in this PowerPoint because I'm irritated that she made a let them eat cake comment while dressed in that dress while at the Met Gala while the world is the way it is right now. I just like, we're done. I blocked her on TikTok. Like,
no, literally. I was like, I didn't know who you were before the Met Gala, and now I will forget you as soon as I learned about you.
Yeah, I did. I used to think she was really funny. I used to really watch a lot of her TikToks, and now I'm just like, it's curtains for you. Goodbye.
But they love Emma Chamberlain. And I think that's because she has done really good Vogue interviews. She gets invited by Vogue to do the interviews. She's had those like viral moments with Jack Harlow. And even Mindy Kaling was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Like when she saw Emma, she was like, I've been waiting for you to interview me. It was very sweet. Yeah, Mindy Kaling's dress was stunning.
It was stunning, but I just forgot to include it. My bad.
One of the best ones, I would say. But Emma, I think, looks really, really good. I really like this look on her. It cuts down to like a mini skirt, which I really liked. So she did that for the parties. It's a lot different from what she normally does, which I really like. But yeah, it is pretty basic. It's the imagery is trees that I'm getting, and I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it seems like it could be a Garden of Time-esque. So
yes. I like her makeup, but I don't like her hair because she just has these two little tiny wisps of hair on her forehead.
Y2K's back, baby.
But like it kills me. Like in my family, we basically used to do that in the real Y2K. And literally my sister would be like, you have like a greasy wisp of hair on your forehead, like a greasy wisp. And that's what this was. And I hated it.
I think you just have sister trauma. That's matching it. Fair. I actually feel like the kind of the size of the wisps like matches with like the lace and the design.
Oh
on, like,
yeah, you're right.
So I'm actually fine with it, but I understand you have trauma.
Yeah, okay. Yes, yeah.
Zendaya, she had 3 looks. Okay. I like the first dress the best.
Yeah.
The third makeup the best.
Yeah.
But the second one with the headpiece and the hair I love so much.
I know. Yeah, she looks beautiful. I love that she is become such a fashion girly, and her relationship with La Roche has just been like detailed so
Are they back
beautifully.
together again or not?
Yeah.
Okay,
He did
good.
all of these looks,
I had
and
a feeling.
I love everything she does for all of her press tours. I really like the first look, like the peacock look. I do like it. I didn't love the makeup, like the skinny eyebrows. Again, tortured poets department, like Fortnite. Like Fortnite who? And then I was so surprised by the second look, because why did she give a second look? Like,
listen, she's been wearing all of her like tennis ball outfits lately, and she
yeah.
must have been saving some non-tennis outfits for the
Yeah.
looks for the Met Ball. But I love the headpiece with the like
Yes.
the koi fish with the flowers in it. I really like. I think she needed the third look just so she could sit down during the actual
Totally. I just know Sarah Jessica Parker is looking at the second look and just being like, I wish I did that, because that I feel like that's a very SJP look with the
Yes.
headpiece.
Very
But
much
beautiful.
so.
All the silhouettes on all of these dresses are just absolutely stunning. She's on top of the world.
La Roche is the best in the biz for styling celebrities, period.
Truly. I really think so. Another piece that about this theme is a lot of people did archival looks.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a sustainability aspect to it, but I think also just the time piece. I think that's how a lot of people interpreted it. And yeah, it's really interesting how some of these looks were pulled from archives. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Okay. This is some of the weirdest ones.
Oh, God.
So we got Lizzo, we've got Kieran Culkin, and we have Michael Shannon. So Michael Shannon is holding like a bag of chips. That's a purse. That's like a bag by
Balenciaga. It was so awkward when he was just like holding holding it up to the photographers. Yeah, I feel bad for him, because I will say, like, when people criticize the actor, like they're mainly actors, I feel like, or like the celebs look, we think that they like picked the outfit personally, and we have to remember that most of the time big companies are buying, or fashion houses are buying tables and then inviting these celebs and dressing them, and they're choosing what they wear. And I feel like I just felt bad. I felt bad for him. I felt like if a young Gen Z person was rocking the bag of chips, it would be like camp, but he just looks like a dad.
Like, it looks like he took the chips away from like his child. Like, oh no, you can't have any more chips.
He like got high and had some munchies and just like it's that meme that's like when you have the Met Gala at 9 but are smoking weed at 9:45 or something like that. Like,
yes. Period. And then okay, Kieran Culkin's look I feel like is at least fun. Like, it's a little bit different. It's not a black suit. Pink shoes, that's fun.
Again, hypocrite. Black suits bad. This also bad. Like,
I mean, it's not great.
Yeah.
But I actually feel like I would wear this. Not to the Met Gala. I couldn't afford a ticket, but
yeah.
Somewhere else.
Yeah. Mazel to Kieran. And then Lizzo.
What is going on with this look?
I don't know. I do like the bodice, like in the corset top.
Yeah.
But I just wish it ended up being like a normal mermaid dress.
Yeah.
On the bottom.
Like, is she supposed to be like a jellyfish? I don't understand.
It is kind of jellyfish-esque. And the headpiece, I like the risk, again, that she is taking, but the headpiece doesn't land for me.
Yeah, I agree. It just isn't. all the pieces are there, but it's just not landing for me.
I do like the color. The color looks really good on her.
Yes, absolutely.
It's in her color palette.
Okay, then this is just like we've just got like some quick like a
Yeah.
bunch on a slide. We don't have to really talk about it.
You just say no. Next slide.
Next slide. Okay, I do think the first like the florals that Jessica Michelle's it's like okay, fine. I kind of get where you're coming from, but like
if the colors were better.
No.
Yeah. I like the gloves. Again, everyone's wearing a freaking glove. I think if this was a monotone look or just like a pale pink or green or blue or yellow or whatever, I think it would look really good. Or even if it was bright pink or bright yellow or whatever. Yeah. I don't like the multicolor.
It's cluttered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Taraji P. Henson, as always.
I love it.
We're done.
Yeah. I love her hair. Her hair looks so good.
Yeah.
The dress fits her like a glove. But again, if she wore this to the Oscars, she would be in the best dressed category. But in the Met, it's like, it just falls short.
Look at this man looking at her.
God, like, I could use an ounce of that. Like, he's obsessed. He's obsessed.
I mean, I would be making the exact same face if.
Oh, same.
In front of me.
Same.
So
Absolutely.
But yeah, again, another stunning look, not really on theme.
Yeah.
Then we've got
Rita Ora.
Yeah, can we talk about Rita Ora for a second? Like,
yeah.
I feel like the concept of this look is very strong, but the execution is horrendous.
Yeah, the nude bodysuit isn't the color, I think the right color for her skin tone. Mm-hmm. And then I think that the bead concept is cool because the beads are from like a million years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's very cool and the colors are very beautiful. I just wish that the side of her body, like I just wish it was a full dress.
It literally looks like she had like an overlay to wear, but she forgot to get a bodysuit and she just like ran out to Walmart and bought like whatever shapewear was on sale to put underneath it is the vibe I get. Totally. Which is obviously not the case, but that's what it looks like.
Totally. Or it's like, and the dress is like, I ripped my shower curtain off my shower. And it
looks like just a beaded curtain that you would see in like a hippy dippy's house.
100%. Taika, her husband, honestly, he looks good in everything. He's so hot. He looks really good.
Listen, like the full like leather suit is a vibe. I like it. I think he looks great.
He looks really good, I think.
Yeah.
I like this. I really like this.
I really like his look. Then we have Nicki Minaj, which it does actually look like the flowers are glass, which feels like one of the most on theme.
Yes, 100%. I actually really like this look. I think the one thing is that Hunter Schafer wore this dress on a press tour, a red carpet, and I think it's just like I feel like I've seen it before, but I think she looks great.
Yeah. I think if the dress was like a little bit longer, it would be better too.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But she looks beautiful and it's super on theme. It's just super not, like, one of a
and
kind.
It's like she can't put her arms down by her side, but it's like that's what I want for the Met Gala. Like,
period. Oh, what, you can walk around comfortably? Then you're not trying hard enough.
Exactly. Exactly. I want someone to pick you up and carry you to the next set of stairs.
Like, they have to put you on like one of those fridge carts and like tilt it back to move you around because you can't walk. That's what I'm looking for.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. I don't even remember what else is in here. What's next? Okay, another.
I was gonna say Tyla. Amelia Gray. Her hair and Her hair
It
makes me
doesn't go.
sad.
Yeah.
Yes, because her dress is, I think, fits the theme. It's garden party a little bit.
I think she could have taken a tip from the Gen Zs and had some sort of tight or sock.
Yes, that would have looked so good, like a light blue lacy sock or something like that.
Yeah.
And then if her hair was better, because her hair is evanescence, and
It literally looks, and I hate to say it looks like it's never been washed before.
I know. You know when people do the wet look, but it's like, oh no, this is just like
It's like there's
the
a
grease
difference
look.
between the wet look on the red carpet that looks good and like me on my hair wash day, and it looks more like me on my hair wash day.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
We of course have to talk about Tyla's sand dress, which is so cool. Like the sands of the hourglass. It's the time. She literally has the little hourglass in hand. I feel like this is so stunning.
This is stunning. I feel like this is my favorite look of the whole Met because it's so unique. She could only wear it once because it was literally made out of sand. It's Balmain and Oliver Rousteing. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But it's French. So Olivier Rousteing.
I can tell you do Spanish classes.
As my Spanish language comprehension gets better, my French actually like plummets. It's a graph that
which is
like this.
Weird because there's so much in common between the two.
I know.
You should actually just, I feel like, get better at both.
I know, but I am not. Trust me. But yes, and so he had to cut her out of the dress for the actual Met party because and cut it into a mini dress because she couldn't walk or sit in it. And that's what I want to see. I think it's so beautiful. I love the sand makeup that she did down her arm. Like it just, I think this is my favorite look.
It's stunning. I love it a lot. And again, yeah, like she suffered for this beauty, which makes it worth more. Okay, so then Bad Bunny, at first I was like, I don't like this at all, but apparently it's based off a specific character in the short story, The Time Garden, and so he gets some bonus points for that.
Yeah, love that. I like that Bad Bunny is always willing to take a style risk. The one thing I just don't like is the red stripe, because it's kind of like it reminds me of like RCMP or like the Mounties.
It does.
If
it does look like a police uniform.
If you just showed me his legs, I'd be like, that's a Canadian Mountie or a British, like the people that stand outside of Buckingham Palace. And then the top is, I think, really good. I like the blazer. I like the flower situation. Yeah. Good gloves.
I like the hat.
I like the hat. I like the glasses. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
And he's just so good looking.
Yeah, my only criticism is that he's not showing us enough
face, enough body.
But yeah, and like to go to the theme of the short story is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I like people when they really focus on the assignment.
100%. Okay, so then we have Ayuha Debris and Mona Patel. I think Mona's look is my favorite of the whole Met, and I'm pretty sure it's Sasha's favorite as well. I love the like butterflies. I love the skirt. I love the bodice. I had to get 2 shots so you could see the front and back of the gown.
The bodice is stunning. The butterflies that moved on her arms were so cool and innovative.
So cool.
She looks so beautiful. I think, either tied for first or a close second to Tyla. Her hair, her makeup, her earrings, stunning.
Just 10 out of 10. One of the most beautiful women I've seen in my life. And then, okay, you know how people have been making they like crochet granny squares and they like make a cardigan out of them? That's the vibe I got from this gown, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it just doesn't hold up to some of the other looks that we've talked about already.
Totally. Again, if she wore this to any other red carpet, I would be gagged. But
Yes.
because it's the Met, I want to see a huge silhouette or structure or a headpiece or something very unique. And it just looks like a beautiful dress.
100%. Couldn't say it better myself. Okay. Then we have. Okay, I actually really like Michelle Williams.
Me too. And her hair. She looks really good. Does it fit the theme?
Not on the theme at all. Maybe like she kind of looks like a fairy, so like maybe.
Yeah, it's Tinkerbell, nymphy kind of vibes. That's true.
Yeah.
Kaya Gerber, like, just
face card never declined.
Never declines, but like so boring and just so like run of the mill.
Yes, I agree. Totally run of the mill. She could wear this to any event. There's nothing to indicate that this is a Met Gala look. And then I really like Venus Williams' look. I feel like it like looks like the glass petals of the roses. And now that I know the short story, I'm like, okay, she's very on theme. I think she looks great.
She looks really good. I really like her hair and makeup, and I love the bodice of this. Like, it just fitted really well. It's really beautiful.
Perfect sweetheart neckline.
Exactly. Yeah. She looks great. I know that a lot of my listeners really liked Venus Williams. It came up in our Discord a lot.
Great taste from the Petty Betties.
Yeah, seriously.
Then we have just the Kardashian Jenners, which like I think all of them are horrible.
Okay, so yes. I don't like, okay, Kendall's, she reminds me of A Knight's Tale. The
yes,
Princess in A Knight's Tale, the face, the hair, and the dress. So I kind of like that, but again, it's not Met. Like I think the cool part of this is that it had never been worn before.
But I think it had been worn before and that she's lying.
No, I think so. That was a replica. People did say Winona Ryder had worn it before, but it was a replica. She is in fact telling the truth that no person has ever worn this before. But it's like, but you have to tell us that for us to be like, ooh. And so.
And I also am like, I don't care. Oh, you're the first one to wear that dress? Awesome. It still doesn't meet the assignment.
True. But I think she looks beautiful. I like her hair and makeup. And if this was in A Knight's Tale, I would eat it up.
If we went to, a Renaissance fair and saw her, I would be like, yeah, this is great. I love it.
Also, let's go to a Ren fair.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I feel like that's in the cards for me for 2025.
Torry, did I set around the Renaissance fair that I'm like obsessed with?
No.
Okay. I'm going to send you them because I think they're so cute.
Please do. I kind of I'm in a Ren fair era, I feel like.
Okay. I think that'd be very fun. I know Frail Mary from RHAP loves going to a Ren fair.
Queen.
Okay. We have to talk about Kim's look because first of all, how many ribs do you think she's had removed?
Yeah. This is just like
is scary.
It's the oldest trick in the book. Kim, for the last 3 years, has done a waist cinched corset look.
Yep.
Or was it 3 years? It was the wet look and then the Marilyn look and then this look. Yep. And it's like, we get it. You can body mod your way to the Met. It's so funny though, because I actually really like this dress and I actually think it's really on theme. And I don't need the waist snatched like this. Like,
I don't need that.
If it was just a normal waist, I would have liked it just the same.
I would have liked it better probably because I wouldn't be so distracted by how mad I am at the impact the Kardashians have had on society as a whole.
I know. Truly. But I actually like the cardigan.
No, it's so ugly.
No, I like it. It's Margiela and it's kind of inspired by their latest collection. And I think it's cool. I like the story that it's like she like threw it on running through the
I think that's
trees.
bullshit. I think she had a different outfit for the Met Gala and it didn't work out and they just kind of threw this together last minute. Like, I do not believe this was the intention.
So I kind of thought that too, but then I watched her Vogue video and she was doing a test look weeks ago. And this was what they were doing for the test look.
Wow.
I kind of thought that too. She looked so uncomfortable. And so I felt like her posing just looked really bad. I didn't like the hair.
Well, and she is most definitely wearing a wig because if you've seen any photos of Kim Kardashian lately, they have bleached her hair right off of her head. She has it's like you can tell how gummy and bleach damaged it is from a distance. It's quite sad. So
totally, but like when
definitely a wig and it doesn't look good.
No, and like the braid in the back looked weird. But you know when she posted the pictures of the pink like bob, I was like, that would have looked cool with this outfit.
Well, yeah, but the problem is I don't know if her pink hair will ever dry because it's so bleached out. Like they had to dye it pink because no other color I think would take to how damaged her hair is. Like I literally saw a picture of her out and about with a freaking Olaplex bun in.
I know. I was like, that's such a mood, 100%. So the bottom of the dress is like is metal and it's like chainmail leaves.
I like couldn't find a good picture that showed the full head to toe, which was unfortunate. But I like the gown. I don't like the cardigan. I think I like the cardigan as like a separate piece of clothing. Like it's a cute cardigan, but I don't like it for this look. And I think it just is weird.
I do wish she took it off. Like she wore it the entire time, and I do wish she took it off a little bit. But
do you think she couldn't do up the dress all the way in the back, and so they had to cover it?
People were saying that too, but then there's a picture of the corset in the back, and she did do it up. Her body is coming out of the corset. It's tied so tight. Have no doubt that she has a lot of bruises.
Yeah, she's got bruises. Her organs are not in the right place. Like, it's not good.
This is the pain for beauty that I don't respect.
It's we want you to suffer, but not like this.
And we want you to put in effort in a way that it's like, this is such a big costume, or this is so intricately made that you need help walking around, not that you are literally making yourself into having a 13-inch waist.
Period. And then of course Kylie Jenner has like the pointy this again. It's like you could wear this to a different red carpet and like it would be good. I don't think it'd be top 10%, but it would be like a good look. Here it's like, what? Get lost.
Exactly. She looks stunning. I really like the dress, but at the Met, it had no tie to the theme, and it wasn't special enough.
Exactly. And I think this is the last one. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. I didn't get a full shot of Ariana because I wanted the group shot of both of them together. I don't like Ariana Grande's look. I think it looks disjointed from the top to the bottom, and I don't care for it.
Yeah, it looks a little bit more seamless than Taylor Russell's. It reminds me of Megara. Is it Megara or Megara from Hercules?
Oh, Megara.
I hated the facial, the butterfly things that she put on the side of her face. Yeah.
I don't hate them. I think it makes her look kind of like an alien, which makes me like it more.
Yeah.
I do think the tone of blonde she has right now and the tone of her eyebrows is a lot better than it's been
so
recently.
Much better. Oh my God. I can't tell you how much better it is. Cynthia Erivo, it's funny. I didn't like this when I first saw it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of growing on me. Maybe it's just because she looks good in this picture, but I think she looks really good.
The more I like it. I like the little scorpion on the collar. Like, I just feel like there's a lot more detail to it that you might not notice the first time you see it. And it's unique and I like it.
It's unique and it fits the theme better. Like it does look like it's like a flower that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Got caught in the wind.
And I think that's all. Yeah. End of slideshow.
I love it. We did
Was there anyone else that I like did not include that you're like, why? Well, except for obviously I wanted to put in Mindy Kaling and I just slipped my mind.
Yeah, Mindy Kaling's I really liked. Didn't like Kris Jenner's.
No. There's also like,
yeah,
I even did a quick Google to confirm like which Jenners were there, and there's like no mention of Kris on the internet. I think she's wiped it.
Yeah, that's so fair. Yeah, I would too. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
I mean, do you want to hear an Anonymous before we go?
I would love to hear an Anonymous.
Amazing. I'm just noting. Okay. I pulled this Anonymous. So, our messenger just over a year ago matched with a man we're going to call Blake on a dating app. Okay. And our messenger had just gotten out of a long-term situationship where the biggest problem was that the man she was dating was not making her a priority and was not willing to commit. Okay. So then when she matches with Blake, oh my God, he's completely different. He takes her out several times a week, texts every day, is vulnerable, is supportive, but they had some distinct lifestyle differences that made it clear it couldn't last long term. So they broke up after a few months. So it was like really liked each other, but recognized that they just weren't each other's forever person. But they stayed in touch. They continued to get physical from time to time and would give each other perspective on give each other life advice and stuff like that. Our messenger got back on the dating apps, was going out on dates, but just never caught feelings as deep as what she had caught for Blake. Okay, so there's the background. About a week before this was submitted, which was probably a few months ago, Blake blocked our messenger on Instagram, Snapchat, and blocked her phone number out of the blue. They had not made out in over a month. They hadn't spoken in several days. She doesn't know if there was a new girl in his life or anything going on. It just was out of the blue.
Yeah.
Just nothing.
That was the first thing I thought, though, was
100%.
The new girlfriend was like, you can't talk to other girls.
Cut it off. And so this is something where our messenger was in bed, woke up, looked at their phone, and realizes they've been blocked. First thing they see of the whole day. So it's a pretty big low. They had a coffee date scheduled that day with another new guy and almost canceled it because they were feeling pretty bummed, but they decided to go anyways.
Good for them.
And our messenger was so glad they did because it was the best first date they had had in a year. They sat in the coffee shop for over 2 hours. It felt like no time has passed. The connection was instantly super strong. And our messenger was excited to see where it goes. And it's the same day that Blake blocked her and everything, right? That evening, our messenger decided they wanted to be petty. And so the gist was, wow, on the day my last real romantic connection blocked me, I had the best first date of my life. Sometimes things are just meant to be, that kind of vibe. So 10 minutes after she posts this TikTok, she gets a message on TikTok from Blake. Just a funny video he thought she would like, not referencing her post. So I guess he didn't block her on TikTok. He blocked her everywhere else, which to me gives credence to the girlfriend wanted him to block her.
Yeah.
But our messenger was so ticked at him for either A, seeing the video and not acknowledging it, or not seeing it but thinking he could still message and connect on TikTok after blocking her everywhere else, that she just responded by sending her TikTok she made about him blocking her to him, and he blocked her on TikTok within the hour.
That's iconic.
I'm sure if Sasha was here, she would have a little bit more toxic advice because that's where she excels, is helping people become toxic. But I love this. I think this is just so great.
This is so funny because I feel like, yes, it could have been an innocuous TikTok message, but also sometimes people understand that it's like that's their way in almost because it's so innocuous that it's like that's the way I can still like keep in touch with you.
Which like cut it off. Cut the cord. If you have lifestyle changes where you can never be together, I think it's better to just not be in each other's lives at all. Like, it's just too painful.
100%. And it kind of seems like it was just kind of like a you know,
like
the dissolution was a little bit longer than maybe needed to be. But it's so interesting also because did he not think that the messenger was going to be like, hey, thanks for the TikTok, but like, you blocked me on everything. Like, oh, I tried to send you a reel and I couldn't. What's up, babe?
No, he thought she's gonna be fine. She's gonna think, tee-hee, he's thinking of me. This TikTok is so funny. And we will never have to address the fact that I blocked her phone number.
Makes me sick. Makes me absolutely sick.
It's so sick and twisted.
Totally. And again, it's kind of one of those like Tom Sandoval things where it's like it comes off as like, oh, just sent you a little ticky-tacky, but he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. It's like insidious.
Also, when you have, I only have like accounts for my podcast. When you have a personal account, can you not see who viewed your TikToks?
I think that's a setting you can turn on or off because I mentioned it recently because I see who looks at my TikTok.
Yeah.
And then people were like, what are you talking about? Is that a thing? And I was like, yeah, babe.
Interesting, because when I see people view my story, now I'm getting messy on Mess Magnets. When I see someone who viewed my TikTok but didn't like it, I'm like, you're canceled.
Now I'm like, oh my God, have I liked every TikTok you've posted?
I'm sure. And everyone I like of yours, trust me. The one of that you just did your color palette, like, trust me. Like,
and I don't know if it's right. I want to know. But I also am like, I don't care. But I
think
like,
yours actually
so deeply.
Me too. I think yours is actually true. Like, I think yours was accurate. And then I did the filter and I think True Winter, which I think is true too. So I think it was real.
Spring?
Yeah. What did you think you were?
I don't know. I've seen so many different things where it's like, oh, maybe it's I think I just am like I'm very neutral. Like I have neutral undertones and I'm so pale that like pretty much any color I wear is just gonna be the true color of that color. And so I don't care that much. I don't know. That's besides the point. Is there anything else that we need to talk about before we get out of here, Torry? I think we covered
I have one last question just to bring it full circle.
Ooh, okay.
Do you have any name predictions for the new Bieber baby?
Oh God, you know that meme of like the woman like crossing off all the baby names and they're like all so horrendous with like the EIGHs of it all? I think it's going to be something like that.
100%. Yeah. In the worst possible way.
Yeah. Do you like I don't know if I know any specifics, but I think it's going to be it's either going to be just like a very regular name because like they're Haley and Justin, very like basic names. Like I could see them going for like an Olivia or Elizabeth, something like that. Or if they decide they want something quote different, they're gonna spell something just so strangely.
Totally. Maybe I could see Drew, Justin Bieber's middle name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe something from the Bible. Like something biblical.
Hey, there are a lot. There are a lot of biblical names. So it could definitely be something like that. But Torry, thank you so much for joining me today and filling in for Sasha while she's away.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
And for anyone listening who wants to hear more from you, can you tell them where to find you again?
Yeah, you can find Ready to Be Petty and Ready to Be Romanced on all podcast platforms. I'm at RTBB Podcast and at Ready to Be Romanced.
Amazing. And Sasha will be back next week. You can follow her everywhere at funsize_04. The Below Deck podcast took a break this week, but they'll be back next week with her and Chappelle, as well as I'm sure a million other podcasts in addition to Mess Magnets. You can follow me everywhere at Kirsten Said What, including twitch.tv/Kirsten Said What. And you can follow the Mess Magnets at Mess Magnets on Twitter. You can submit your Anonymess, tinyurl.com/Mess Magnets. And we are getting so low on mess. I'm literally on my knees begging you to send us your gossip, your mess, your anonymous drama. I don't even care if it's real. We just want the gossip. You can use it as an exercise in writing fiction. We don't care, but we need some more. We are getting drastically low. And you can also leave us a 5-star rating and review on every podcast platform out there. It really helps new people to find the show. If you've already left a 5-star review, maybe consider telling a friend about the podcast, and that also really helps out. So thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back next week with some more mess. Bye.